Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be talking about the premiere episodes for a new show on Max, The Pitt. This is their new medical procedural. This is created by some of the producers that originally did ER, the one of the longest running shows on NBC. Definitely one of the longest running medical procedurals. Maybe now Grey's Anatomy's taken it, but uh, I will say the pitch for this show, it's very interesting because it definitely has like all the bones and like it feels like what if ER was made in the current times, um, where and it's made by HBO, right, as opposed to like NBC where they have a little bit more restrictions on the types of topics, on the things they can show. The show can get a little bit gruesome because they are working in an ER. I think another interesting part of the premise is that this show is going to be 15 episodes, and we're going to follow Noah Wiley coming back as Dr. Robbie. Well, he's not coming back. This is not related to ER at all. I just mean Noah Wiley back as a doctor. Um, we're going to follow his shift. So it looks like each episode will cover an hour as him and the staff in this ER, whether it's the nurses, the new med students, the interns that they have currently, the residents, they all try to get through the day in what seems to be a very busy emergency room that they've called the Pit. Um, and I really liked it. I wish they had dropped more episodes. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's the biggest compliment I can pay the show. I wish they had dropped one more episode. It makes sense why they dropped what they did, like just story wise, like the arc that we followed through this first 2 hours of the shift. So episode one starts at 7 a.m. Episode two is 8 a.m. So we're just following through that. But this show, man, oh man, it's very well done. I think it looks great. They have a lot of that stuff that I really enjoy, which is like these long one take shots where you kind of follow a specific individual or some circumstances. I will say there's some gnarly stuff as far as like if you don't like medical, like kind of not horror, but like medical stuff. There's a lot. There's obviously a lot of that, right? We are in an emergency room, but whereas in ER, I don't think they ever pushed it this far where we see where I'll just say this, we see a limb that was crushed by a train, and man oh man, it looks super gnarly. Like I had to put my hand up to avoid seeing part of the screen in some points just because like it was a reaction that I was having. But the show's very well made, the great performances, interesting characters, that you kind of become interested in very quickly, endeared in some of them. They're like you can kind of relate to some circumstances. I think the show does something very smart, which is they have characters that really kind of fall on different generations, right? You have of course, Noah Wiley. He's kind of the older doctor. Then you have, and when I say older, like he's not really old. He's just like the more tenured doctor at this place. And then you have all the way to med students, and of course nurses and patients of all sorts and kinds of things. Uh, and then I think every like a whole bunch of the audience can probably relate to one or two characters that may fall within their generation, or they maybe relate to them as far as their background and stuff like that. Um, I think there's one storyline that's being kind of plotted out to be the slow burn while we solve a few little things. And of course, you also have the interpersonal relationships, which was one of the best things in ER. The interpersonal relationships between the staff and the patients and everything. So, and then of course, tough choices that sometimes have to be made here. Immediately, we were faced with loss. I think there's also an exploration of some trauma that we're going to see from Noah Wiley's character, and he's just great at emoting and just giving you as an audience something to kind of feel. So I really enjoy this. I'm going to keep watching this. I don't think I'll do reviews for this anymore. Maybe at the end of the show, I'll go back and talk about it again. But this doesn't feel like a show that I will review week to week or anything like that. I just wanted to get a video out there to remind people that this is out. So if you have checked this out, let me know what you thought about The Pit. on Max. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.